here, bro. Like, what is that about, man? I mean, these people right here were just straight evil. You know,
And this
I don't care what she done, bro. To get to that point, bro. It's like it's just straight evil. I don't know what she.
Mike Chacho, King God, what it is. I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. I don't even know, bruh. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Time for us to crank up, time to tune in. It's Mike Chacho with King God, bitch. This I don't even know, bruh. Chime in. I don't even know, I don't even know, I don't even know, bruh. I don't even know, bruh. I don't even know, I don't even know, I don't even know, bruh. I don't even know, bruh. Yeah, this I don't even know, bruh. A dope podcast promoting all black business.
Oh, what's good? Where are you tuning into the I Don't Even Know, Bro podcast with your host King God and your other host Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho?
what's good, bro? How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. What you know, bro?
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know what you know.
I don't even know, bro.
All right.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about. I see a story about something that happened in Birmingham, Alabama, with this young lady, a mother. She had a 3-year-old, and her name was Miss Mahogany Jackson. She was tortured, kidnapped, murdered. I want to say I read it was like seven different suspects, male and female. They're still not saying what led up to that. I don't know. I haven't read anything that led up to that. I'm sure it was something. It had to be something really ridiculous to the point that they had to do all that to this young lady. I think it's ridiculous. All love to her family is definitely ridiculous. It happens a lot in different areas, man. But we never hear that all through the media. We don't ever see everybody marching for the black on black crimes that's happening across the nation. Maybe in Birmingham right now, there is a lot of outcry right now from her family and friends in the community trying to figure out like what happened, what's going on. This is really disturbing and disgusting that happened, man. But I just our biggest thing is like where's the marching and outcry from the whole nation when this happened, when we have issues like this in our community, because we do that as soon as the police kill a nigga, But when a nigga kill a nigga, nobody want to do nothing. We ain't coming to the up front, the front, and just kind of like marching about it, talking about it. But we just want to shine some light to this story right here. um, um, that's just what it is. What thing, Mike?
I mean, first of all, condolences to her family. She had a little girl, a little bitty daughter. I think she was like 3. And I think she's 20, if I'm not mistaken. Mahogany.
I think she was 20.
This is the thing, right? So
The suspects was between 23, 24, 25, around that range too. They were young too.
This is the thing. We don't value each other, first of all. We don't value who we are. We don't value the people in our community. And we don't value ourselves for the most part. But somebody to do this heinous act to this young lady, no matter what she did, they took it to a level that was evil. They tortured her, sodomized her, filmed it. It was 8 from what I read, like 4 girls and 4 boys, or men and women. All of them charged with first degree capital murder, and it's a sad case. And this is my whole thing. This is why I beef so much with a lot of people is like when we do it to each other, when it's on black crime, it's silent. Whether it be killings, whether it be rapes, whether it be molestation, whether it be stealing from each other, whether it be strong arming each other, as far as like, a black owned business getting extorted by somebody that looked like them. See, you know, all your skin folk ain't your kinfolk.
Right.
And that's the number one thing we need to understand. And number two is I'm a big believer, big proponent of we have to cut the cancer of out of our community. And a lot of times that's our kids, a lot of times that's our cousins, our uncles, our aunts, you know, the people that don't mean well for the community, that don't want to be a part of the community and don't want to grow in ways where we don't have to be so barbaric to each other and do things like this. What you said was, you know, niggas killing niggas. Well, I don't know what led up to that. You understand what I mean? But when you commit acts like that, you know, you should be called a nigga. But strong people in the community, whether you black, white, whatever the case may be, but predominantly black and brown people, you know we want better. We know we want better. You know, it's sad that our elders can't go nowhere without people shooting. It's sad that our kids can't go play without guys out here shooting. You know, it's sad, man. It's sad, and the whole thing is, when are we gonna take accountability? Ain't no marching going on. You won't hear about it in no news. You're not hearing Ben Crump. You ain't hearing none of these guys jump up there, Al Sharpton, you know, trying to fight this case, even though it might be an open and shut case, but nobody's talking about that. The abuse of our children and our women and our older people and us as black men also, and brown men, is to a level that you can't even measure, because we're not only getting abused by the system and the people that run the system, you know, but we get abused by our own people, you know, and how can we ever come together? How can we ever build anything when your own people hurt you? And yeah, and I do understand all races got their, you know, their subsets of so-called humans, you know, that makes them look bad or, you know, hurting each other or whatever. But I can only speak for us, because we are the ones that's always screaming, let's come together, black power. We don't ever have nothing. You understand what I mean? It's their fault. You know, let's get together and let's have our own. But we can't control the animals that we have within our group. Right. And you know, and we know who a lot of these people are. Now, I don't know what made these individuals torture that young lady.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if it was drugs. I don't know if it was just in them. I don't know. But
that's just
that ain't something that you wake up in the morning and then you decide to do. Them kind of actions had actions before that. People in the community know. You know what I'm saying? If you know a killer, why are you harboring a killer? Friend, brother, sister, whatever. If you know somebody that's out here raping girls or out here ain't doing what they're supposed to do.
A lot of things can be avoided.
Everything can be avoided for the most part if people step up.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is the thing. We don't want to be caught snitching. We don't want to tell on our own. We don't want to talk to the folks. We don't want to do nothing that is common sense to regular people. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I don't want to stay somewhere where I know you got 18 gang bangers and all on ready to ride. Why would I stay around that? If I can't move, then they got to move, you know? And you have to prepare for the stuff that come with it. But, you know, my whole thing is I got a whole family.
But that's a fear factor too, though, bro. You say you got to prepare for the stuff that's gonna come with it. I mean,
you can die drinking water. You gonna stop drinking water? You understand what I mean? When we gonna stop making excuses and have some nuts about ourselves? You understand? Like some of the elder statesmen back in the Black Wall Street days and all the days, yeah, I always had a sense of different crime elements and people doing crazy stuff. But we had brothers back then, from what I have read, that'll step up and say to a young man and say, "No, you ain't none of that shit going on right here. Take that across the railroad track." You feel what I'm saying? Like you can't bring, you know, it's wild, man. It's wild. And to see this young lady, I have daughters. You have a daughter. We have nieces, and it's weird for that to transpire and plus women being there also, you know. So this is a different breed of individuals that we playing with out here. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, and then everything, and the crazy thing about it, them just recording stuff, and it's so weird, bro. Like, what is that about, man? I mean, these people right here were just straight evil. You know,
And this
I
what I this
don't care what she done, bro. To get to that point, bro. It's like it's just straight evil. I don't know what she did to these people, bro.
she
But
ain't do what they did.
that thing was disgusting.
She ain't do what they did. So it's the level of you know, gruesomeness
Right.
is beyond me. You know what I'm saying?
And
All I can say is this.
I know. Before you get into that, man, when you were just saying that, you gotta just we can't be scared of our people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's funny how a lot of us, like a lot of black people, they'll be scared of another race before that we be scared of our own people. You know, we just do each other so wrong. But I mean, neighbors kill neighbors. So, but I don't know, man. Like you said, bro, you got to get rid of the people in the community first, man. That's terrorizing me, man. But
Listen, there's some people out here that don't care shit about being black, white, or whatever. They
yeah,
just bad people just to be bad people.
yeah.
And see, this the thing, right? We don't hold people accountable. We don't hold people accountable. We don't make people in examples. You understand what I mean? All them, to me personally, all them need their heads on camera. This what happens when you mess up. This what happens when you take it to them extremes. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, but
see, when you in another country, they chop your hands off when you steal something.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So we over here, they gonna get off easy. To me, easy is going to prison.
Yeah.
But when you commit a crime like that, or easy is you waiting 20 years, then you get the electric chair or the gas chamber.
You line them motherfuckers up, huh?
You know what I'm saying? 20 years, that little girl gonna be grown then.
Mm-hmm.
They don't live the whole life with us paying, taxpayers paying for these motherfuckers to stay relevant and stay alive for no reason. You feel what I'm saying? So I always feel, do the due process, go to trial, everything else. But if they found guilty, man, we should televise all that. Murk them, boom. And we need to start making examples, man. It's people out here, man, that's really trying to have something, trying to live, that's trying to be good citizens, man, trying to live within this whole messed up world.
So you think that'll stop a lot of things, though?
I feel like actions speak louder than words.
Mm-hmm. But I said that. I said the same thing, man. I just said, whatever crime you did, man, somebody do that to you.
I mean, pretty much. I just it's not called for, but what really ain't called for is the lack of attention that this crime is getting. And this ain't the only crime. We got a lot of sex trafficking going on,
or any black on black crime.
Right. But I'm just talking like we got a lot of sex trafficking going on, a lot of pedophilia going on in our community. We got a lot of stuff that going on in our community that we need to address before we address anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I understand it's a system and the white man did this and did that. Yeah, we need to address their ass too. But at the end of the day, we need to address the cancer in our community. Cause, this the thing. How can I fight with you if I can't trust you to do the right thing? How can we build together when I can't trust you to do the right thing? When you a pervert, or when you when you a Benedict Arnold type, when you go back and tell everybody everything else, like we have to clean house, period. And it might be your cousin, it might be your brother, it might be your daddy, it might be your son. And if they out here messing up and you done already told them and they already know what it is, then they made a choice. If I go out there and hurt somebody, I made a choice. Now, whether it be self-defense or not, I still had to make a choice. Them people that did that to that young lady, man, they made a choice. They videotaped. They had time and stop. There's 8 people there. That means it could have been 8 no, stop, don't do it. But it wasn't.
Right.
It wasn't. You know why? Because we live in a fear culture. We live in a fear. We scared of everybody. We scared of everybody that say they'll do something. You understand what I mean? Sometimes actions speak louder than words, man. And it's just sad. It's just sad. And we ain't marching. We ain't talking about it. You know, I guarantee if it was like 8 white dudes, 8 Asian dudes, 8 whoever dudes that did that, you know, then we would be all up in the roar. And shit like that does happen where it doesn't get a lot of media coverage. But how come we're not getting media coverage on this? We have to have media coverage. Alabama, they was out there fighting on a boat or on the dock. Everybody and their mama, you know, getting fold up chairs and everything else. Why we ain't talking about this? The same state. You know, it happens in Florida all the time. It happens in Georgia all the time. It happens everywhere. To our babies, to our women. You understand what I mean? To our young men. And not to our elders too. We gotta address the cancer, man. We got to. Before we do anything else, before we be asking these people to, hey, give us reparations, all that. Okay. I understand that. We well deserved of that. But I'm gonna tell you this. Do you want every person that you know to have money like that? Everybody get broke off? Because some people gonna buy guns in a bunch of them and not use it for the right thing. Some people gonna bring a whole bunch of dope because it's all they know and try to flip it. And guess where that dope go? It don't go to the suburbs. It comes back to the community. You know what I'm saying? Or it goes to the black suburbs where it tears down the community. So it's a revolving door, and until somebody stop that door and say, no, you can't come in. No, we ain't dealing with you no more. You know, then we ain't never gonna be right. But we always sticking up for our folks that don't do right, man. You know, first thing we do when somebody get out of jail is throw them a party. Ain't nobody throwing them no applications. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody taking them to no job interviews the day they get out.
Yeah, that's true, bro.
Why we throwing them a party because they went to jail? That ain't no part. That ain't party to me. That is not a party. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's like you straight. We got a plan. Let's do this. Da 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 da. I'm not finna throw you a party, get you drunk, get you high, have you around a bunch of females, and you thinking that's how it's gonna be every day. No, man.
Yeah, no, you supposed to set each other up, man. Put them on the right road, leading to another direction, man. But yeah, man, like we said, bro, we need just more. We need to cut the cancer out every community, like we've been saying. You know, just we got it's accountability. You know, and it starts in our household. It starts in our community before we go against any other race, man. But yeah, we need more outcry and more media when it comes to the black on black crimes, also.
And we also need to tell our kids too, you know, just because you've been growing up with somebody, that don't mean you always need to trust them. You know, because you know them or whatever, man. It's a lot of shiesty people out here.
You know what attention is, bro.
Exactly. I gotta have contact with you at all times. I don't care if you know, our mama called us. She just got off the phone with us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm damn near 40. So, you know, you gotta know where your people at and your kids at and stuff like that. And sometimes you need to, and a lot of times, most of the times you need to know who they're dealing with. Because it's a lot of people out here, man, that'll do anything for clout, do anything for money, and just do anything because they jealous and they just evil. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's a bad situation.
Yeah, that's a terrible situation, man. It happens a lot. You know, like you said, bro. We don't never know about it, but man, our condolence and love goes all out to Mahogany Jackson family and friends, and I hope those suspects get what they get, bro.
And I want to say this: if you know something, if you see something out the way, say so. You know, when we talk about saying something, we talking about saying something that's gonna potentially hurt somebody or hurt the community. You know, the last thing you want is the feds coming in your community and rounding everybody up and treating everybody the same when there's 1 or 2 bad apples in the bunch. You understand what I mean? Everybody ain't on that. A lot of people trying to live. A lot of us are doing good in life. and we want to continue to do good in life and continue to keep building, but we also know those people that ain't doing well. I ain't saying going out, that's not trying to do good in life. And as far as trying to stay out of trouble. And I ain't got no beef with them, man. Do whatever you gonna do, but do it over there. Mm-hmm. Do it somewhere else. Don't bring it to the community. Don't bring it to the community. Why? I ain't never, New Jack City, I love that movie, but Nino Brown is not a hero. He wasn't a hero. He took a building of Black people and Hispanic people, turned everybody into either zombies or people that are prisoners of that building, just to make a crack building. Mm-hmm. I ain't see no white person in that building. I ain't see no Asian people in that building. I ain't see nothing but old Black people and children that was staying in the building. So I say that to say, we know who these people are. I'm not telling you to go tell on them, but at the same time, don't let them build around you. Don't let them be. Sometimes you gotta, a sacrifice is a sacrifice if you want to live. You know what I'm saying? And you want your kids to live and be smart, but at the same time, a sacrifice is a sacrifice, man. You know what Shaw used to love, bro, when I was little? Rock. You remember Rock? He was like a trash man, garbage guy, and he was like a real into the community, and he used to do this all the time because he was bald head. But he was so positive, bro, and as a Black man. And I remember them shows, him and his dad and his brother and his wife, and they used to speak life into young brothers and stuff. And I remember one episode when they had Pinky, the guy that played Pink on Friday. He was a big time drug dealer in the neighborhood, and he confronted Rock because Rock was like, "Nah, don't bring that to the neighborhood. This neighborhood is a good neighborhood, older Black neighborhood and stuff like that." And I all I say is this: sometimes you got to stick your neck out for the bigger picture, for the bigger purpose in life. You know what I'm saying? That's what make you a God. To me, we God bodies. At the end of the day, you got to find the God in you, and you got to control your environment to the best as you can. You know what I'm saying? But if you let other people control your environment and bring that poison to your environment, then you just as guilty as them to me. You just looking the other way. That's not cool. So that ain't being a man to me. So that's all I gotta say about it. It's a sad situation.
Right. Yeah, it's a sad situation, man, and it should get as much attention as the white girl that got killed by the immigrant up there in Georgia. So hey, let's just say her name. Her name is Mahogany Jackson, man, and all praise to her family, man. So hey, once again, definitely appreciate y'all tuning in to the I Don't Even Know Bro podcast with your host King God and your other host Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho?
Yeah, let's love on each other, man. That's it.
One.
Mike Chacho, King God, what it is. I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. I don't even know, bruh. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Time for us to crank up.